What's happening? This is the episode of the Fifth Quarter Podcast. I'm your host, Ben Hustling. Goddamn Buckets, TJ in the building. We back at it again, gentlemen. Sorry for the wait, y'all. How y'all doing?
Doing good, man. Good to be back as always.
Every time we miss, it's been a couple weeks. It feels like it's like way longer. I don't know if we're that dependent on each other for happiness, but it feels like it's a lot longer.
Sometimes it be like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just gotta have like, our little vent session, man, about sports and what's going on. And like it help us get through these hard times, So I feel you on that.
Yeah, it felt like a very long couple weeks. It's very lonely and
sad. But within those weeks, man, there's been some crazy shit going on, man. Crazy shit in footy, crazy shit in the WNBA, NFL starting, and controversy a little bit behind Hall of Famers and all that shit. But hey, we here for it as always. So we thank y'all for tuning in as always. Like and subscribe on the YouTube page and Spotify and everywhere you can get all your podcasting utilities, I should say. But hey, Fremantle took an L today, man. Or was that, I believe, yesterday? I'm sorry.
Yesterday.
Yes.
Yeah.
We gotta speak in real time. Yesterday. Some people a little upset. Others kind of knew it was coming or needed to get a little ruffling of the feathers before we head into these playoffs. And how do you feel about it? Because I know you one of the more saltier people about it. So how do you feel about it?
Like, I'm not going to say I'm particularly happy to see a team lose, but it's kind of like, it's one of those things where it's like, where you look at it and it's like, I'm not going to jinx it and say the things that we've said that cause people to win in the end. But we have spoken about, a collapse. And I'll tell you what, this is a bad time to lose momentum right at the end of the season, heading into finals. This is not where, unless they purposely slowed it down a little bit, because they didn't actually rest any players. They did rest Alex Pearce, who's one of the older players, and he kind of needed it. But this is a bad time to lose momentum going into the finals. You don't want to be coming off losses as you head into September.
Well spoken from an Eagles fan.
Yeah.
But anyway, well spoken from an Eagles fan.
Yeah. It's about as objective as an Eagles fan is going to be on that one.
There you go.
Yeah.
I look at it, they only rested. He's their captain too, isn't he? I think that's different. Yeah. Your captain doesn't play. It's usually the guy that pulls everyone's head in. So I'm not going to say what we've talked about before, but we did mention, I think, a few episodes ago that maybe it's time you substitute some people out, get them in the game, but then substitute some people out and maybe don't put your foot fully down on the gas, because playoffs, or as they call them in Australia, finals, and then the grand
finals.
Y'all make up words down here. It's just
but then we got the grand final. That's the very last one.
Yeah, you forgot. You got to add grand. Yeah, you got to add grand.
So you guys have the playoffs, and then the finals is the final, because it's not a series. I think that's what the difference would be. You don't actually play off. It's like you play and you get eliminated if you lose.
Hey, I don't need your logic, all right?
But it's still a championship game. It's not a this motherfucker.
It's premiership. I'm like, I'll go. Because that could be your final game. Because if you lose, that's fucking it.
Yeah.
But
also, Melbourne's not a bad team either by any means this season. No, they're a top 16 right now. Won 4 out of their last 5. They're a decent team.
Sleeper team.
Oh, possibly, yeah. There's potential there. If things go their way, who's to say? I wouldn't say they're a top tier. They can definitely make grand final. But if things go their way, they're carrying a lot of momentum right now heading into the finals. So.
And they just knocked off the number 1 team. So Is that correct?
They're going to be feeling real good.
Yeah.
Going.
That's a big confidence boost.
Final.
Hey, nice air quotations.
Yeah. Is this like a Miami Heat type team that has a Butler on it? It's just going to drag them all the way to the grand finals. Like Ann said, it just how the day goes. Because some days, and you've only got that. Well, you're one and done. If you're not kicking goals, if they're just going behinds, and you're just a half step. What is it?
Exactly.
The Al Pacino speech, the half second too late, half step behind, that whole thing. You're done. Game's over.
I believe that. I think that's Any Given Sunday. Is that Any Given Sunday?
It's a good movie. I love that movie. Yeah, Any Given Sunday.
Yeah, that's my shit. Yeah. That's my shit,
yeah.
Dude. But
and West Coast,
as usual.
They performed as expected.
As usual.
I mean, like, they held it together for a lot of the game. It wasn't a blowout. No,
it was an
entertaining game.
It wasn't. Yes, it wasn't. I think the fourth, little bit into, just turned it on and a little bit into the fourth, and I was like, oh, okay, this has potential. It has potential. Okay,
well, do you think they're building to next season where they could kind of build on some of the positive things? Like they play very, like in the first halves of a lot of the last few games, they have seemed quite strong. They just can't seem to keep it together for a whole game. So I'm just looking at it going, there's some positives to take into next season. It's like, what do you do to?
So let me ask you, Ann, what do you think is necessary for them to kind of get themselves to be back relevant again?
I mean, they just got to grow up a little, like, I don't mean they're immature or anything, but because they've been bad for several years, a lot of it's the next gen players that are going to take them over the line, which are, they're still young and they're still developing. Like, their two last number one picks last year and 2 years before that, Harley Reid and Willem Dersma, they're the guys that are basically, if they stay around, they're the guys that are going to lead us to our next premiership, and they're only 21 and 19. So, yeah, they're a very young team. But looking at the way the young guys can, they're starting to gel together really good. Like they've found they belong. They just need to, develop bit of strength, bit of, develop like IQ and those types of things. That's what again, they're in the early stages of heading in the right direction, let's say.
Sounds like you should go down there and coach them.
I can't coach for shit.
Maybe you should go down there, you know what I'm saying? And
kick the ball between those two sticks. That's how you win.
Just keep it basic, huh? Just kick the motherfucker right now. Just kick
the two taller ones in the middle between those.
Yeah.
Kick the outside ones, we don't like those ones. We want the other two in the middle.
Hey, TJ, that's some crazy shit though. Like, you got basically 3 sets of field goal posts. You could just pick one. Don't matter. You want 1 point or you want what? What's the middle one? How many points you get for the middle one again?
6.
Okay, so it's like the equivalent of a touchdown in the NFL. Just we kick an extra point to make sense.
It's basically you're picking between, do you want a touchdown or an extra point?
Oh, extra point, basically, yeah.
You get one or the other.
Yeah,
and there's
a field goal in LFL, if it hits the post and goes through, that still counts.
Yes,
like a soccer goal, yeah. Because in AFL, if it hits the goal post it has to be, that's a behind 1 point. But if it hits the behind post, that's out of bounds.
See, that sounds like fuckery.
Yeah, that's what we do in the land down under. Everything's backwards.
I'd be pissed. I'd be mad as. Hey, but that's crazy though, man.
That sounds about right for guys who play a game in singlets and underpants. That sounds on brand.
Hey, but I commend y'all. Kick the fuck out of that ball though. Just
I still to this day I can't do it. My brother-in-law has tried to show me how to do it. I cannot run and bounce that ball.
Me neither.
Yeah,
I've tried it.
I can't do it.
When I really break down the game, I'm like, man, these guys are really good at what they. I can't even describe what they do. Like in the context of like basketball, NFL and like, soccer, like in comparatively, but like what they do, I'm just like, I don't even know, like, how do they even think of the rules to this game? And they do a great job of it.
How the fuck do you kick that ball that goddamn far? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah.
And you
That's why a
running
lot of
and
them
you
go
doing
to
it
the
at the same
NFL and become
time.
punters.
Yeah.
You watch it, and not only are they kicking it, but they're kicking it while in a full sprint.
Exactly. Full sprint.
There's a dude who's 20 meters away, has him lined up to take his head. Like,
people don't understand how actually difficult that is to kick it the way they do at full sprint.
Yes, I know. Yeah. That's why we're acknowledging it. Yes.
Yeah, that's why I can't do that. And to have the wherewithal to say, okay, I gotta run, dodge. I think I've gone about 50 meters.
And then I have to bounce it.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then I have to bounce it.
Yeah. And then, I got to do the handball thing.
Yeah, and then handball it.
Around.
Yeah.
And guys, I'm going to dive for the ball. I might get kicked in the face. Not sure. But
or I'm gonna have somebody launch pad off my fucking shoulders to catch the fucking ball. Oh yeah, this live fire here, shit.
I would scare the shit out of me because I'll be like, I got it, just to have a kneecap.
That's what I'm saying. Clean it up.
Right there.
There's been a few times where like a guy's just taking a high flying mark, and then the player underneath him just take the knee to the head, and it's like they're down, they're done for the game. They have to go backwards and get checked out, concussion protocol and stuff like that. But it's a part of the game.
I'm more of a motherfucker flip your ass just in midair, just take your legs is already, and just take your legs from up under you, and that's it. And I don't think ain't nobody gonna be trying to catch you. They're gonna be trying to get the ball out your hands, or they're trying to get the ball.
Can't catch you because half the time you've been knocked out cold because you've been kneed in the face.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Y'all playing? What y'all mixing in Muay Thai? What the fuck? What the fuck?
That's a fine knee. If you're still conscious, you can Batista bomb the dude with the ball.
Let's go back to the 90s when there was no such thing as like now obviously because like player protection and stuff like that, protect the head rules, those sort of things. Like the tackles are a lot more tamer than they were when I was a kid, and you'd literally get people like picking a guy up and almost like head slamming them straight into the ground like it's WWE.
I swear to God, I've seen full Bruce Lee like ninja kicks. Like guys come like,
man, that shit is I'm just saying that.
And there's no such thing as like a flagrant foul. A foul's a foul. So it doesn't matter how hard you drop the guy, it's still just a common foul.
It's like, but if that's
no ejections, there's no ejections, no yellow cards, no warnings, nothing. It's just like a foul, kick, other teams
play on. Yep, play on.
Damn. Yeah. I mean, obviously there's like match review and suspensions and stuff like that, but like in the game, it only gives away a free kick.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure like a WWE Randy Orton missile drop kick is going to give you a suspension.
Yeah.
In the game, it's like foul. I'm like, that had bad intentions behind it. I feel like.
Oh yes.
But the other week, I think it was the Eagles versus Carlton game. So Eagles took a mark just inside 50, and then Carlton gave away a 50. So Eagles are pretty much going to be kicking the closest possible distance. So they gave away a 50-meter penalty, which means the ball moves up 50 meters, but because they're already inside 50, the man on the mark is standing on the goal line, so you probably end up kicking it from about 10 meters, 15 meters out. So the penalty can't go any higher than that. So Paddy Cripps just runs through him and like throws a shoulder and drops him just because it's kind of like, fuck it, there's going to be no more penalty for this. They've already given the highest penalty you can and you're kicking directly in front of goal.
Yeah, let's just make it. Doesn't matter. Just
one thing I'll say before we move off the AFL thing, just for the Eagles, I do hope Harley Reid does stay with West Coast. Mm-hmm. Watching him just stiff arm people and just dismiss defenders as a guy who's like 21 years old and is only bigger and stronger. I'm like, I think you could. That's beast mode. Like that's Marshawn Lynch type. Get off me. Dismissive. Why you in my face? Please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost.
His fend-offs are so good.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you can say Marshawn. As long as, kind of keeping it Marshawn. But there is only one.
You're saying he would be as successful as Marshawn Lynch in the NFL? Probably not. But just the way he just, like a Marshawn Lynch type thing where it's just like, please get off me. Like, is he dismissive attitude of like, get away from me?
But I tell you what, though, when you know you've arrived in the stiff arm club is when you're up there with Derrick Henry. When you can do with Derrick Henry, stiff arm, okay, you have arrived. That's putting people down.
Battering ram. No, and that's like Harley Reid. Not only does he stiff arm you,
one
hand ball,
he putting you down.
He pushes you down. Yeah,
that's what Derrick Henry does. He puts you down.
Battering ram.
Yeah,
that's different.
Yeah, Derrick Henry putting you down at full speed too. Run into it if you want to, but yeah. Well, Fremantle, hey, just it's okay. You're still at the top. Don't fuck this up now. We've been giving you somewhat of good praise while one person really don't like that shit. But hey, don't.
No, they deserve it. They absolutely deserve it.
Yeah, and that's what the typical Eagles fan would say. They deserve it, but really, they don't deserve it. It should have been us. It should be.
Well, I mean,
us.
there's 2 games in the season, both winnable games. Out of the 2, Adelaide's probably the one that will be a bit of a challenge. Adelaide's fighting for to keep like a top 4 spot. So that would be, if anything, the only real challenge that Freo faces, because Carlton's sort of hit and miss. They can be good, but they can also be terrible.
We'll just have to see. And then, and with the Eagles, to be continued. That's probably the best way.
We're already looking at next year.
Yeah, I would say that's
we're looking at next year before this year started. Once we got more wins than last season, we're just like onwards and upwards.
Yeah,
only one game, only one win last year.
Nah, but they're getting together like TJ said, man. If those young players and the one that you mentioned, they stick around and build the culture there, man, they could have something too,
Yeah,
and then it'll be
for sure.
The Derby game won't be as bad, it won't be as flop-sided as what it's been the last few years. So, hey, we'll just have to see how that goes. NBL news. I believe there's a gentleman we was talking about before we got on air, Cole Anthony, that's his name?
Yeah.
He is now part of the NBL community, or one of the teams. What, Melbourne?
Melbourne United with Uncle Joe, Bojangles. That's quite for the NBL as a whole. That's just awesome for a dude who's still. It's not like he's been 15 years in the NBA. It's been 6 or 7, 5, somewhere in there. Kind of coming into what would be the prime of most guys' careers to come to the NBL, as now you would arguably say you're the best point guard in the league, just because he wasn't a slouch in the NBA. I think in second or third season at Orlando, he was averaging 20 plus points a game, and to have that kind of guy come to the NBL at this point in your career is just awesome. I mean, as a Wildcats member and season ticket holder, is because you're like, well, fuck, and we got to deal with that guy.
Yeah,
I heard your contract's not working out there in France under Tony Parker. There, Patty Mills. Come home, man.
Yeah.
Competition's here. Come show them. Be like, no, that's my home and this is my league. I will come show you what's up.
Yeah,
that's my sales pitch to Patty Mills to come on to the Wildcats. Come on, man. Can't let Melbourne just walk all over everybody.
When Perth was walking over everybody.
For like 30 years, Perth was walking over everybody.
There you go.
I don't want that to continue. Melbourne's got enough of a, we're Melbourne. Screw you.
Yeah, and don't go to Sydney either.
Yeah. Sydney I could stomach. Melbourne I just can't. Sydney I could deal with.
Well, no, like you said, TJ, like he's a really good player still. Like he's just entering his prime. Like it's like you said, six years into his career, so he's just at the beginning of his prime. So I think it was like he just wasn't getting minutes in the NBA anymore. Like, I mean, he came into Orlando as a starting point guard.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was like a number 15 pick. So he was Orlando's starting point guard. And then like, because he's a defensive liability, he just kept getting pushed back down the bench and then got traded and then kept getting pushed down that bench.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. In the NBL, like he can definitely do some damage. Like he's got a really good handle as well. It's going to be entertaining for sure.
And he's still got a really good vertical leap for a guy who's about 6'1", 6'2"-ish. Like he's not
100%. Yeah. He can get up.
Yeah, and he did lace up a pair of Timbs and in the dunk contest, and he had a vaguely okay alley-oop between the legs with a pair of Timbs on, so he's not I don't know how that'll translate to the NBL because you can't foul bait as much in the NBL, man. It's a little tougher down here.
Why the fuck would you? Oh, anyway, continue.
Why would you do that?
You're just thinking about Duncan and Tibbs. Is that
just continue. Continue. Yeah, continue.
And the dunk contest is trash, so you do whatever you can to make it not trash, subsequently making it more trash.
Did he have the wheat ones on, or what color Timbs were they?
The classics. The classic
ones.
So he had the wheat ones on then.
The not dark ones. I don't know. I'm colorblind, man. I don't know what wheat looks like.
Fucking the wheat ones. Yeah, that's the construction.
The originals, the standard.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, yeah, continue.
The hope is like, okay, if you're not, there is competitive alternate paths to the NBA. That is not. It's like one championship is to the UFC. There's other, or like Euro leagues. There's other competitive leagues where you can still get paid. You're not going to make NBA money down here. You're just
But see,
you come to play because you want to play.
Excuse me.
Or it's come down here, build your brand back up, go to the NBA or go to Europe. Don't know.
And that's what I was about to, piggyback off of you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think a lot of players now from different, or even just, the NBA probably do look at the smaller leagues or smaller markets and go and play there and build up their rep there. And then it's, it echoes out back to where they were just at, just like, you know what? Maybe we was sleeping on him. We need to get him back over here. And that's usually what the fuck they usually do. They, really need your talents.
Or you end up like Stephen Marbury. Whatever happened in the NBA, you end up in China and you go, nope, I like it here. I'm just going to fucking stay.
There you go. So you can utilize, the NBL, and obviously there's been notable players that have had, come through the NBL that have made their way to the NBA. But yeah, you can use that as an outlet. The NFL at one time had I think they still do, but the Europe League, and it was a lot of guys going to the Europe League, then obviously going up north to the Canadian League. Mm-hmm. Now they've established the Summer League, USFL, and the UFL. And people have gotten pulled from out of those leagues and are playing in the NFL. So like, there's definitely different ways you can make it to the, to the main destination. But if you got a detour, at least go somewhere where you'll be comfortable. And not only that, like, you can really, work on your game or establish your branding, or your status, whatever the case may be. So hopefully it's a good thing for him, man, going to Melbourne. And hopefully
this is the first time someone of an NBA player has come through mid-career, not like
not on the back end of the career.
JaVale McGee or like Montreal, not at I've played 12 to 15 years in the NBA. Yeah. Even Joe Ingles coming back after a 13-year like NBA career. No, he's coming like in the middle of it. So that's a cool thing to me because it's like it's not. I guess I'll go play a little. I'll go play a few more years. I feel like I can still compete. Now he's like right in the middle of it. So hopefully that just opens it up a bit more for down here. And I looked at Melbourne. They're going to be a tough team coming up in this NBL season because they've got, Cole Anthony and Joe Ingles. They've brought in Luke Travers. So Luke Travers is from WA. He was, I think, a first-round Cleveland draft pick.
Yeah.
So, and he played for the Wildcats for a while. And he's a big dude who can handle the ball and shoot. Like he's like 6'8".
He was really good in the Olympics as well.
Yeah, so you're looking at it, you're going, on paper already, that's looking like the team to beat. That's a tough team coming into the season. So
we're going to whoop their ass. I ain't worried about that.
Hey, that's cool. I'll find tonight that we'll just make sure we go to
their ass. I ain't worried about that.
Nothing. Cole Anthony. Tim's.
The Cairns Taipan has just signed Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown.
Not
Philly Jaylen Brown.
Okay, thank you for clarifying that up for the listeners because they would
he's
like, what the fuck?
He's a former NBA prospect, went undrafted about 10 years ago, and he's played around in Europe and stuff over the last few years, and he's made his way down to Cairns. Well, up to Cairns for us, down for you guys.
Whatever fucking direction he's here in Australia. That's all.
I hope that continues. I hope that continues because as much as we trash talked him when B and I would go to games against Illawarra, JaVale McGee was still no slouch.
Yeah, he was. He was.
100%.
He was handling his business. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
It's even like going back, rewind the clock a little bit. I'm pretty sure Marcus Camby played in the NBL as well for a little bit.
I think so. That sounds.
Maybe the game 10 years ago.
Yeah,
I think.
Well, just look, we've had LaMelo Ball come through here, just clearly as a stepping stone.
Yeah.
I think
so. I want to live in a country that speaks English. I think that was before I go to the NBA.
I think that decision was more by force, not by choice.
We'll take it. It's a place to come play.
Yeah, it was that was by force, not by choice. But anyway, congratulations.
Yeah, because he was in Lithuania before that.
Yeah, it was like, fuck this, too cold here for this bullshit. Gotta go somewhere where it's warm. So that's what he did. Where it's warm. But congratulations to him. And hopefully he brings a spark to the team. And just know that you come to Perth for getting that ass whooped. Anyway, moving forward. I believe WA was kind enough, or I guess they were chosen to host a little tourney for the Italian soccer teams this weekend.
Yeah.
So that was dope that they came to WA. Since WA, we kind of starting to get on the map now a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
You go down to Fremantle, one of the port city here. They're all Italian.
Yeah.
Yeah. So many Italian restaurants down there.
Just so many Italians. Ben.
Yeah, I know. But that was dope though that they came and had a little tourney here. How long is the festivity? Did it wrap up today or?
Yeah.
No, so it's over 3 days. One more game still to be played, and that will be on Tuesday.
Oh, okay.
And who's playing?
What's that? They had pretty good teams. It was Juventus, AC Milan,
Inter Milan, Yeah.
Inter Milan, thank you.
Yeah, both the Milan teams, yeah.
And Palermo, like, it's not like they had unknown raggedy ass Italian teams. Like, they had Premier League level teams.
Because I think if I remember correctly, we also did it a few years back, and they had like AS Roma and the other Roma team.
Yep.
Yeah, I can't I don't really follow it that much, to be honest. So I can't comment whether it was the the whole elite squad or whether they kind of just sent like the second tier guys in the recruitment team. But either way, it's ever since we built this stadium in Perth, we've been getting a lot of good gigs like this coming down.
And it's about time. Game recognized game, man. Stop with the bullshit, man. Start hosting more stuff.
It's been pretty successful as well because, what was it? So Wednesday's game, they expected a crowd of 36,000. It turned out to be 52,000. And then Saturday night's game, which I was actually working at, they were expecting 46,000, and it was a little over 50,000, even though the weather was terrible. It was freezing and wet. And we don't like that in Perth.
Nah, they don't. They don't like it.
But yeah, no, so it's pretty cool because like down at the stadium as well, they had like there's like a little Italian village thing set up. So there's like a stage, and they've had like performers and food trucks and all this sort of stuff. Just all a big Italian event down at the stadium for the 5 day, for however 6 days this has gone on for.
Yeah.
So yeah, dope. Pretty cool.
They had a whole thing in Fremantle too. Like they basically had the city shut down for this whole thing, and they had Italian fest all through all those restaurants. I could see the fireworks last night from my house, from my backyard. It was great.
Cool. Oh, that's cool. Don't need to rub it in, but that's cool.
It's so much good food as well.
Yeah,
so much good food. Like,
yeah.
I was at work yesterday, and I was eating I'm going to try every special menu item that they put out just for these events.
I just want to see what this be back.
Hold on, time out. I'm in this right now. Y'all need to just wait.
Yeah. Nah, but that's dope though, man. And let's see. Hopefully, everyone's happy that their team either got some goals or the other team didn't get some goals. But I do know one thing though. It definitely was limoncello in the building. That's for sure. I can tell you that right now. It's in the building. Limoncello on deck, on ice. Pass it around. It's happening. And some good vino. Oh yeah, it's going down. It's popping.
There was limoncello in my glass last night.
Just see, here we go. Why we need to brag, bro? We need to
here of the weekend, okay? Just hey, and y'all were supposed to come see me yesterday, and you bailed on me.
Hey, people got things to do, and sorry. But you know how this shit go, man. Life is a bitch, and I ain't gonna say that, but my uncle used to say life.
I will say with
that, but
with this, they couldn't have timed it any better. Cause still building off all the hype from the World Cup, and then to have this come in locally. I think everyone kind of was clearly still on the World Cup train, and
too.
See a game, cool, yeah, whatever. So it's probably helped with crowds and crowd numbers and people getting into the city and getting out to the events. So
dope shit, man. Nah. Well, if you didn't get down there, try to catch that game for Tuesday. I think you said that's the last game of the tourney.
Tuesday
so
was the last game.
If you can, try to catch, not you, but anybody who's looking into getting to the game, just try to get down there and check it out if you can. And hopefully you'll enjoy the game. But WNBA. Did anybody see old girl damn near get decapitated on national TV? Did y'all see that?
That was a JBL level.
I know. I'm talking about clothesline from hell, wasn't it?
That was not a basketball move. That was not a basketball play. That was not even an attempt to even try and make it like I'm kind of going on the ball. That was
no play on the ball at all.
Not even close.
You know what that was? That was a lot of jaw jacking in that game, and it finally came to a head. And obviously, we know who Selfie is and what she can do and her capabilities and her game. She allows to speak for herself. And that girl was not having it anymore. So she figured the only way we gonna slow this shit down is we gotta take her out. We gonna have to take her out. And damn, that's kind of when you know you balling, when almost I don't want to use this term bounty gate, because I know a lot of people know about that. Bounty gate. But those type of activities, that type of movement that kind of is in that realm of bounty gate, and get somebody to put a hit out, a little bit of money.
It was bad. Like she was bleeding. Yeah. Like she's like got hit hard.
Her mouth is all bloody up.
Bloodied up. It's like there's a difference between a hard foul and you're trying to hurt somebody. And that's a clear flagrant 2 in any league at any level of basketball anywhere in the world. Men, women, whatever. Like that's just a flagrant 2 foul.
Yeah.
Because it's the internet. So I don't know if this is true. It pops up. It popped up more than once and more than once. You got it. So what's her name? I can't pronounce her name. Dijonais, whatever.
Dijonais, something. I think it's Dijonais.
Dijonais, Dijon mustard.
Almost the mustard.
Whatever.
Almost.
Oh, no.
Don't cancel me. Like, and apparently she's tweeted or X'd or Insta. I'm old. I don't do none of those things. And all this, like white privilege. And I'm like, internet, can't trust the internet. But then it's come up again in different places. I'm like, did she really say it? Is that a thing? And I'm sorry. If you really did say something like that, if you really felt the need at it, basically as soon as you get ejected to say, yeah, I got ejected, like white privilege. I'm like, no, that is an ejection anywhere, anytime, regardless of who you are.
Yeah,
exactly.
All you have to do is look at the replay. It's like, you didn't even try to make it look like you were going for the ball. You were looking at her head. Like you were like,
Thank you. That's what I'm saying. It was some jaw jacking. It had to be.
She also tweeted out 8/23, which is the date of the next time the two teams match up, 23rd of August. So mark your calendars. Let's see this go down.
I'm sorry.
Hopefully with basketball. Let's keep it basketball. All right.
Like, your league as a whole has never been like better. Quality of the game is better. The talent that you have in the league is better. It is competitive. It is a lot more fun to watch.
Exposure. They're getting more exposure than ever right now.
Everything. Stop making it about a few people.
Yeah.
Like you said, keep it about the game. Like it's almost seemed like certain like players from everywhere else has decided we're going to gang up on a few particular people on one particular team. Just because of a couple people who have achieved a very good level of notoriety.
Yeah.
Through social media and her game. Because Sophie Cunningham can shoot the lights out when she's on fire.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah,
right?
She can.
And then Caitlin Clark. So it's like they've almost targeted these two people and their team. For what reason?
And didn't Cece get teed up behind that shit too? Or it was on a separate,
that was a pretty bad call as well.
Yeah, it was a separate.
If I saw that correctly, I watched the replay a couple of times, and the way I saw it, I don't know, give me another angle maybe, and I'll look at it again. But from the way I looked at it, that seemed like a defensive foul. She was pushed into the ref.
Yeah.
But then, like, we can't put that on the player. The player's just playing basketball. That's on the ref for teeing her up. Like,
get out of the way. You were coming.
Literally.
Because it looked like she wasn't quite aware she was there. Like, looked like Caitlin was like looking up the floor. Not at the baseline where the ref was.
Yeah.
Because I watched it a couple different times. I'm like, it seemed like I've been kind of pushed or whatever, looking up the floor or not really paying attention and just bumped into them. It's not like she shoved the ref or like threw an elbow out.
Yeah.
It looked like
or did a Jason Kidd bump into me. Yeah.
I got my Gatorade. Hit me.
Yeah.
But yeah, that technical foul, it seemed like that was, if there's a definition of incidental contact, I think that might be it.
Yeah, absolutely. So hopefully it gets rescinded, because I'm pretty sure that's her 8th, which will get her suspended for 1 game.
CC, you got to chill out, man.
No,
get teed up, man. You got to chill out, CC, man. You tripping.
These refs need to harden up a bit. And I mean refs in general. WNBA, NBA. Y'all need to harden up a little bit.
All of them, AFL refs as well.
Everyone just giving out technicals like they're that bird from The Simpsons tapping on the thing, just muscle memory. Just technical.
Man, they've even introduced something along the lines of a technical, but we don't have a technical foul in AFL, but it gives away a 50-meter penalty, and it's for dissent. So basically, if you argue with a ref, so like there was one recently which I thought was absolutely terrible, where basically like the ref called a free kick, and then the player that the free kick was against was just like, "Come on, man, you saw him hold me." And he's just like, dissent, 50-meter penalty. I'm just like, for that? For real? Like, he literally just said, come on, man, you saw him hold me.
Didn't even swear.
I mean, like, because AFL refs have a mic, so it actually picked up the audio in full, and that's all he said, basically. Like, no cursing, nothing like you're a whatever, anything like that.
Like, yeah, I get that. If what the fuck, you fucking idiot, didn't you fucking see him fucking push me? Fuck you. Like, okay.
Yeah. There was no cursing. Exactly. Yeah, so refs across the board in all sports need to harden up.
Because I'm just looking at it, I'm going, it completely takes away from the game. It pisses players off, both sides, because they're like, seriously, come on, you stopped any flow and momentum of the game, whatever game you're playing.
Yeah.
The crowd's like, they get like irritated. So it's like, you just ruined the whole atmosphere of the game by being
not only that, but now, excuse me, due to these penalties and especially ejections, that can also potentially manipulate the game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, as far as star power, important players on your team, and that alters the outcome of the game. And I know it's harped on. Yeah. It's harped on a lot. I know in NFL about don't let the refs dictate the game. You know what I mean? When it comes down to the penalties and whatnot. But I agree. Some of them need to harden the fuck up, man. And they need to go to Specsavers. Take Specsavers too. Why they add it too?
I mean, like, I understand, obviously, in real time to make a call, it's very difficult, like, at the speed at which they play. But it's more of the things of, like, when they get in their feelings and make bad calls because they're in their feelings.
Yeah. So that just...
Like, don't yell at me, foul, like, technical foul, you yelled at me. Or, like, it's like, as, we've all played sports before. It's like, I'm not even yelling. I'm out of breath because I've been running and I'm trying to talk.
Oh, no, I was yelling. No,
it sounds like I'm yelling, but I'm actually like...
I was yelling. I'm sorry. I'm not going to sit up here and lie. I was yelling. I
think you're the only probably reasonable one, and I had a mouth on me playing.
Because I'm sorry. I couldn't allow it. My coach would have to come get me every time. come on down here on this end here, and I'm still going off, and I'm sorry.
Do you remember when Rasheed Wallace used to get technical fouls for looking at the ref?
Just staring at him, yeah. You're intimidating me, technical.
Yeah.
How many he'd get now?
Oh, like unbelievable, yeah.
Oh, it'd probably be back to back to back.
He'd be
back to back to back.
It'd probably be like a referee, like a union forming to, like, how can we get him to not stare at us and scare us?
That's what it just...
we need to get him out of the league. He's scaring us.
Yeah.
It's
unionized.
No, the dissent fine in the AFL, that just sounds like a hurt feelings report. That's what that sounds like.
Yeah. Like, I get it, like, if it's enough. When you consider that how aggressively high contact the sport is. Like, we literally talk about men fucking beating each other down, basically. Like, you've seen how rough the sport is.
Yeah.
To as a ref, to get in your feelings about someone arguing your call is a bit weak. Like, I understand there's a threshold that if it crosses that line, definitely, for sure. Like every sport, respect the refs at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Like,
but don't be a bitch at the same time.
Well put, Ant. Well put.
Like, I get at some point you're going to hand out some things because, say, it's getting out. Like, I can use an example of last Tuesday night, my rec league basketball. It was getting physical. It was getting a little out of hand. It was getting chippy. And the ref at one point called a double technical to calm my center and the other guy down to try and be like, we're not having this, because he's like, guys, it's Tuesday night. It's a rec league. Seriously. And I'm kind of going, yeah. And then one of the guys from the other team drove at one of our guys' legs and again got called a foul. And me, being the calm, reasonable human being that I am, went, dude, like, it's a Tuesday night rec league. Like, I did put my finger like right in his face, so I might have been tagging him. There's no need for that. And he basically told me to F off Q, and then the ref's like, hey, come on. Like, and he teed us both up, and I was like, fair enough, yeah. Like,
so that was you that got teed up.
Another set of technicals. This was another set towards the end of the game type, just to be like, guys, like, seriously, let's cut the shit out. And I'm like, all right, fair enough. This dude on the other team goes full Isaiah Stewart.
Oh, really? Wow.
At them, tells him to fuck off, throws the ball at the ref, and his teammates haul him off, and he tries to run back, and I'm like, how bad was your day?
Yeah.
So that's an example of, like, just, I get refs at some point. If it's getting out of hand, you're just going to be like, technical. Everyone.
Yeah.
Kind of like warning in baseball, like, hey, no, stop plunking hitters. Like, this is a warning. We're not having this shit.
Or if not, get your ass out. Toss your ass up out of here. Yeah.
So you look at some of the stuff with like Caitlin Clark. It's like, is it because everything was getting so out of hand? It's just like, no, we're just
we're not having it.
Yeah, like send a message.
We're almost proving a point. We're not taking any shit. And I get it to a point. Like, do you have to do that? That's what those are for. To be like, no. Everyone's crossed the line at this point, and we're not having it. But to Ant's point, they've taken it a bit too far to be like, no. You're now using it to be like, we are the all important referee, and we will dictate how the flow of the game, which is, I think they're starting to take it a little too far.
Parlays.
Their feelings.
It's parlays.
Man, not everyone's a gambling conspiracy. Like,
I'm just saying, hey, you have to take all things into consideration, because there's been a lot of shit going on, man, behind the scenes. So,
like, the one that's really common in the NBA when it's a bad call and the players like gives them that, like, the whatever, like the hand brush them off type thing, and then they call it technical, and I'm like, oh, seriously? Like, I mean, it's obviously not respectful, I guess, but it's like, it's not bad enough
it's
that it deserves
a human reaction.
Yeah, I mean, when every single person walking this earth does a sigh or whatever, that is literally just means like, I'll get over it and carry on.
Yeah, like,
that's literally what that means. Whatever, I'm going to carry on.
Exactly.
Like, and you're upset about them just proceeding. Like,
I think my favorite technical I've ever seen, that's like the softest one I've ever seen. Ant will know this one. Remember when Jason Tatum got a technical for literally, he got called in the foul, and he went like I've done it too, like
like the frustrated yourself, like clap.
Shit.
Yeah,
damn, boop, and he's like,
yeah.
I'm mad at myself for it. Like,
yeah. Like, I've actually been called a technical for that before in my old rec league. Like, I did commit a bad foul at a bad time, and I was like upset at myself, and I got called a tech. And I'm like, no, it's an even worse foul.
Yeah,
just kick me while I'm down.
Damn, y'all getting teed up, man. Damn. Heat of the moment. Jesus Christ, man. Y'all going in. But nah, hopefully it settles down.
Yeah, it's got to.
And like I said, just keep it basketball. Just
yeah, like I mean, because honest to God, right now, like I mean, like the WNBA is at its best right now. I mean, like you can, as far as like what the sport brings in itself, like is keeping up with the men, like to keep it about basketball, like not the drama, because that's where the NBA sort of is starting to stray off the course of basketball here and there when they bring the drama into it. Obviously, that keeps fans engaged, but I don't think it's a good kind of engagement. I mean, like the WNBA right now, quote unquote, they're playing the game the right way.
Yeah.
So
I said,
talk about that more.
Excuse me. That's what I said. Let's talk about people's games. You know what I'm saying? Giving these women the recognition they rightfully deserve for them out there hooping. You know what I'm saying? And not based on other things outside of that, or, you know, kind of zeroing in on that shit. It should be more about the game and how it was played and how these girls is laying it all out there. You know what I'm saying? Bringing back kind of like what basketball should be. You know what I'm saying? On both sides. You know what I mean? On both sides. Not just one, you know, it's one-sided, but we just go have to see how that goes.
I'll tell you one thing. If the exposure of the NBA and like what they report on, and when like, you know, the talking heads talk about it, if they were talking more about the WNBA in a basketball sense rather than the drama, the on-court, off-court drama, we would be hearing a hell of a lot more, deservingly so, about Paige Beckers and Olivia Miles.
Oh, damn straight. Damn straight.
And they need to be talked about more, especially Olivia Miles. She's so good for a rookie.
Oh, that's my girl, man.
I know you love her.
That's my girl, man. Hey, I'm telling you, she doing her thing, man. Hey,
she is, man.
Every time I see her, I'm like, damn, she dropping, and then she killing them with the lefty. Killing them with the left. Somebody stop her. You can't stop her because she eating your ass up with the left hand every time. You can't do nothing with it. Like, she cooking. That's absolutely that's the shit you like to see, man. You know, those are the moments that you like to enjoy and you like to see in sports, man. You like to see people really displaying their talent, and they do it in such a poetic manner. You know what I'm saying? To make you really enjoy and appreciate the game. It doesn't matter who's playing it. You know what I mean? Or what gender is playing it. Just playing, as you said, playing the game the right way. You know what I'm saying? That's all that matters. But
all you have to look at is the WNBA All-Star game.
There you go.
Better than the men's went by a mile.
Yeah.
It was competitive. It was great.
Yeah. Well, ladies, keep up the good job. Whoever, the young lady who's putting hands trying to like my boy said, JBL clothesline in midair. Clothesline from hell. You need to chill out, man. But at the same token, too, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's keep it basketball, man. Let's do that. All right. NFL season has started, gentlemen, and we had the Hall of Fame and the Hall of Fame game happened this past weekend. The inductees for this year's class, I'm just running the names off. I don't know if you know. Drew Brees, y'all familiar with?
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That is
I'm just gonna run off, you know, Drew Brees. Anybody heard of Larry Fitzgerald? Do you know who Larry Fitzgerald is?
Larry Fitzgerald is. I can still see the dreadlocks as he's.
Yeah.
I got it.
Luke Kuechly? No, doesn't know who Luke Kuechly is. Well, he led the NFL in tackles. I believe it was for a span of 5 or 6 years consecutively. Most tackles. That means he's hitting everything that's moving. Basically, he is hitting and he's taking it down efficiently. A couple other notable names: Adam Vinatieri.
Oh, nice.
Know who Adam Vinatieri is? Kind of helped with the Patriots dynasty.
I was gonna say he did a lot of kicking while Brady was doing a lot of throwing.
There you go. And the two got a lot of rings. I believe Vinatieri got 3 before he left, because then he ended up going to the Colts, I believe, after that. And then he got a ring with them when Peyton won Super Bowl. He went and got a ring with them.
Yeah. So both Peyton Manning and Tom Brady needed Vinatieri to win.
Basically,
so really go.
Basically,
is that what you're saying? It's all up to Vin. Okay.
Yeah. So he got
the Hall of Fame earlier then.
There you go. So he got in, and Roger Craig was another player. But anyway, the kind of the focus of the weekend, or the beginning of it, was the actual Hall of Fame game. And 2 teams, both potentially have some ups and downs, or they could have potential good years. The Arizona Cardinals and the Carolina Panthers. Obviously, Carolina Panthers won 33-30. No, 32-30, I believe. One of those. But last minute run in by the Carolina Panthers quarterback, ran it in, and I think it was like last 12 seconds left, and he just pretty much tucked it and ran it in, and everybody was happy and the other team was pissed. But from what I seen, and just basing,
that hurts.
Yeah, that's actually, no, that's the crazy shit. It wasn't, because it looked like he was trying to hit his inside receiver on the slant, and it didn't work. And it just was like, fuck it, all this wide open space. They're playing dime. So shit, I'm finna run it. And that's exactly what he did. And he dove in, and but overall, it was a good game, but it was by 2 teams that really don't have any high expectation this season, probably one more than the other. But overall, it was a good way to start off the season, the 2026-27 campaign in Hall of Fame game. So, it was very entertaining compared to most Hall of Fame games, it's just been, you could tell it's quite boring. And then obviously, got Hall of Fame weekend and everybody making speeches and shit and whatnot. But overall, it was good. I enjoyed it. Hope everyone, if you didn't have an opportunity to, check it out, see the game for yourself. Couple key prospects were in that game. A couple draft picks, undrafted players as well too. So, but we'll get into those in other episodes leading up. The NFL season has started. But gentlemen, I have a question for you dealing with this. Can you play yourself out of a Hall of Fame spot in whatever sport?
Ooh. As in, like, you've peaked at some point in your career and you're like, okay, that's Hall of Fame status, and then the next half of your career, you play yourself out of it. They don't consider you anymore.
We'll go with that one first.
Yeah, you'd have to do something pretty bad in that second half of your career if you've already reached Hall of Fame level. They say Kobe sort of had 2 careers, or 2 type Hall of Fame careers, basically, like the wearing number 8, 3 championships, scoring title, whatever, and then wearing number 24 and 2 championships, finals MVP. So he's had like 2 Hall of Fame careers. So that second one, though, he played so bad that he not considered himself a Hall of Famer anymore.
Yeah, I mean, okay. This question was proposed to me earlier today by someone I was speaking with. And the reason why I asked this question, because it's kind of centered around Russell Wilson. Do y'all know who Russell Wilson is? Mm-hmm. Okay. Obviously, if you know about Russell Wilson, one at that time in the, believe, mid 2010s, we'll go that far, 2010s, mid 2010s. He was that guy. Like, he was up there with Brady. He was up there with Brady. He was up there with like, he was in the, I ain't gonna say in the discussion of GOAT, but he was a household name.
Yeah.
Being that after he, the Seahawks decided to not re-sign him, so he decided to hit the free agent market. And it's kind of been a tailspin for him since then. He's been playing for different teams. He's played for New York Giants. He's played for the Steelers. Right now, I think he's currently, if I'm not mistaken, I think he's still in New York. But the way it's looking, he might not start. So it's kind of like the writing's on the wall. But the question was proposed to him because of how his career was, like you said, starting at its peak. It was there. And then all of a sudden, just after the mysterious slot throw on the goal line, instead of giving the beast mode, should have gave it the beast mode. And it's just like ever since then, kind of like your career just kind of took a little bit of a turn. And the interesting part about it is Russell Wilson's not a scandal guy. You haven't really heard his name about scandals or shit like that. So he's kept it clean. It's just more of his play is what's hurting him and why this question has been brought up or is attached to his name. So that's why I'm asking. So do you think you can, is it possible to play your way if you've, been killing it since, from day one you've entered the league and now you're coming into the back end of your career and all of a sudden, you just had a little bit of a bad stretch. You know what I mean? Like certain shit wasn't going and now you want to take me off the ballot or don't even put me on the ballot? Like,
Did he ever win a Super Bowl?
Yes, he did.
He did win a Super Bowl?
Yes, he
and
did.
Super Bowl MVP as well? Or
actually, I think not Richard Sherman won that shit.
Oh, he's got just the one Super Bowl as well?
Just the Super Bowl, yeah.
Because other than that accolade, I can, like, everything you were describing, I sort of was thinking of maybe like the NBA equivalent, other than that one accolade, and that would be maybe Russell Westbrook. Who, like, the first half of his career, unbelievable, 4 seasons where he averaged a triple-double, a couple scoring titles, literally willed an absolute nothing team to a playoff spot the year Kevin Durant left him. But since he sort of left the Rockets, or maybe even the Wizards, I mean, he had like, stat-wise, he was really good in the Wizards. Yeah. But ever since then, it's kind of like, it's just been on the decline, and it's not really like, oh, that's what happens when you get older. It's actually like his play seemed to have gotten a little bit poorer, and then also like the media just blew that part entirely up. So that would sort of be like my thoughts on like an NBA equivalent type player where play yourself out of a Hall of Fame career.
But I'm sorry, go ahead, TJ.
I was going to compare it to Russell Wilson to another NFL guy that's still waiting, who people think should be in the Hall of Fame. Ocho Cinco, Mr. Chad Johnson.
Fuck yeah. Ocho should be in.
So there's a long list of receivers, though, because if Larry Fitzgerald just got in, I mean, you might have to wait a while because Larry Fitzgerald is one of the greatest receivers ever.
Yeah.
But same kind of thing. Like, Ocho Cinco played 11 seasons, and he was almost unfucking guardable.
Yeah.
Type of thing. Like, he was just racking up things, kind of like Terrell Owens. Like, you couldn't keep him from catching the ball. But he had some change his name. He had some falling out with coaches. And his play.
And then quarterback play didn't make it no better neither.
But I still think he'll get in. So my answer is I don't think you can play your way out of a Hall of Fame spot, but you can delay getting.
Yeah,
I agree.
You're not a first ballot.
Yeah. So you look at it and you go, Russell Wilson. Like, he was a great quarterback, but he was never like, holy shit, he's lighting up the league. Like, he never came across that way. He was, because he was kicking everyone's ass. But he wasn't,
He was Patrick Mahomes before Patrick Mahomes. I think through my lens, I think that
he was fucking consistent.
That's kind of where I would put. That's where I kind of put Patrick Mahomes at when he first came out. It's like, yeah, that's Russell Wilson. He's just better. and he got a stronger arm and a little bit of a strong arm. They both played baseball, so that helps. You know what I'm saying, as far as your throwing is concerned. But Russell was dynamic, man. Like, he not only beat you with your arm, he beat you with his legs too.
Yeah.
I just think, obviously Seattle didn't want to pay him. This is the right period. They didn't want to pay him. Like, they didn't want to pay the man. So he left, and it seemed like once he left and he went, I believe he went to the Steelers. Yes, he went to the Steelers.
And he was like the Giants, and then he was a couple other places too.
So I think I don't know if he's still playing. I think he's still on the Giants roster. I have to check. But he won't start. That's Jackson Dart starting there. But
let's see.
Yeah, Jackson Dart will be starting
so
for them.
My thing is, no, he's a sportscaster now.
See, there you go. He knew it. He knew what he needed to do.
Seattle, Denver Broncos, and then to the Steelers.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, he did go to Denver.
Look,
that wasn't good neither.
Play your way out of a Hall of Fame spot. If you've had a Hall of Fame career, you've had a Hall of Fame career.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
If you had a decline, it's no different than Chuck Liddell in the UFC. He fought for years past what he should. He's still a Hall of Fame UFC guy, even though he was getting knocked out every fight towards the end of his career. To me, people got to clean the recency bias thing that Ant's brought up before with NBA awards. People got to clean that out their head.
Yeah.
It'll just delay it.
Yeah.
Like Carmelo Anthony, same thing, wasn't the man for the latter years of his career, but he's still going to get into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Eventually, yeah.
You got to.
It's going to take a little longer.
Yeah.
And that's all it's going to be. It just delays it. It doesn't, you don't play yourself out of it. You just delay yourself.
But then there's some instances where, yes, you can kind of play your way out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, case in point, one boy, he kind of already made it in, but then all the bullshit had happened after he got in. But Brett Favre, he's a Hall of Famer. And, obviously, he got inducted in. But shortly after that, this man is a little bit of fraud down there in Alabama. A little bit of fraud. Fuck around welfare fraud. And
Jesus. It's like Pete Rose in baseball, right?
There you go.
He's not in the Hall of Fame because he is not allowed to be in the Hall of Fame because they banned him.
They banned his ass.
Because there's an AFL player as well just recently who got stripped of their Hall of Fame membership because of off-field stuff.
See? So that's my point. You can't play your way out of the Hall of Fame, but you can do some dumbass shit to get you not there.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't think that your play, you know what I mean? Like, as far as, I don't think your play would play yourself out of that. If that's the case, then there's a couple years, and I will say it, that Tom Brady didn't play well.
Yeah.
But he still won a ring. He got 7 rings. Like, clearly you see he was not playing well. Like, he wasn't playing well. And he's going to get a jacket probably next year.
Well, he didn't really have that huge
probably next year.
Decline. He didn't really have the huge fall off and decline, because if you consider like although very short sample size of it, like Derrick Rose's, like the beginning of his career, where it's just like, he's on a trajectory to be a Hall of Famer, if not maybe already have reached Hall of Fame status after the youngest ever MVP, and then obviously that injury. So he had like 5 years where you'd be like, this guy's going to go to the Hall of Fame the way he's going, and then like 7 years following that, where it's kind of just like, okay, he's a role player because he can't really do a lot without getting hurt.
He does.
Like, but it's kind of like. He's a big question mark on whether or not he'll make the Hall of Fame at all, because if you look at like, the accolades in itself, like it's sort of is Hall of Fame worthy. Like just the MVP alone kind of gives it that like puts it in the conversation at least.
Yeah.
But then because of like he didn't really accomplish a lot after because obviously injuries, like it's hard to say. But it's like T-Mac made the Hall of Fame and never really didn't win a championship, didn't win an MVP, got a bunch of scoring titles, but like that's what you remember him for. Like he was a pure scorer, and just like TJ said, that's the same reason why Carmelo Anthony will eventually get in.
Yeah.
Nah,
what's the same thing? Vince Carter's. He's in the Hall of Fame, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, he's a Hall of Famer.
I don't remember him winning anything.
Yeah,
dunk contest,
except people's hearts,
and the dunk contest.
Oh, yeah, I think
Vince Carter won everyone's hearts.
I'm pretty sure he got into the Hall of Fame by simply having one of the greatest dunk contests.
That's what I'm saying. No,
Ever.
but it couldn't. But you can't really base. Nah, don't do that.
That's not.
Yeah, that's a little. Yeah, come on now.
But like to play yourself out of a Hall of Fame thing, I don't know. Michael Jordan came back, and everyone still thinks of him as the greatest player of all time, and his Wizard stint was not good.
but that was based on play, and I guess around the team that he was on or he chose to go to.
But still,
you know what I mean? But
they almost just kind of go, no, we'll pretend that didn't happen.
Yeah, exactly.
The lost tapes.
The
lost tapes.
Got it. You know what I mean? But
I don't think.
Yeah, I sort of feel like if you've reached the level where it's like, okay, that is Hall of Fame level, you've done everything you need to do, you've met all the criteria of what, would be considered to be a Hall of Fame. I don't think you can play your way out of it. It might just be like, okay, if you're, depending on how long the later half of your decline is, if it's only a couple of years and you're out, then people are not really going to remember the 2 years of you getting bad because it's kind of just like, all right, he had a really good career, and then his last couple, as most people do, they decline. But if you have like a long decline and just hang on for a long time, then that's obviously what people's going to remember. So it will just sort of push you back down the line of how soon you get in. I mean, like LeBron's going to, as soon as he's eligible, he's getting the Hall of Fame straight up. Like, no question.
Yeah.
Steph Curry, as soon as he's eligible, Hall of Fame. Like, not even a question. Klay Thompson? Maybe it would take a little bit longer.
Klay Thompson won't be first ballot. He'll be probably the next one. Just of what's happened after the fact. But he's had 2 really bad injuries. So it's...
Yeah.
But 4 rings.
But yeah, he still met the criteria. 4 rings. And plus all the other, highlight moments of his career to go with the 60 points in, 3 quarters, 37 points in 1 quarter, all those, like, what was it, 60 points, 62 points on 11 dribbles, like the crazy shit that the all-time threes made in the single game. Yeah, he's met the criteria for a Hall of Fame, for sure. Even though the years that we remember when we look on him now, it's kind of just like, oh, he's not good, he's trash, he's ass. But it's like, no, he was once upon a time, like...
Damn.
Someone not to be messed with at all.
Straight cheeks. Damn. Yeah. You say straight cheeks now. Ain't that a bitch? Well, I also have, I've been summoned to share some knowledge with not only my co-host, but to also share with some people some things about NFL that some people do not understand. And one of the things that was brought up to me by one of our own was, what the fuck is a franchise tag? What is a franchise tag?
I've heard it a lot.
Okay. I'm going to try to dumb this down without being so technical, because 5th quarter, we don't really be trying to sit here act like fucking Encyclopedia Britannica motherfuckers. We just keep shit 100. All right. Franchise tag basically is a tag that in the NFL, most teams put on players when they're not able to fully negotiate their contract. So what it serves as a 1-year delay. So they have 1 year from the day they put this franchise tag on said player to negotiate a deal. But in the process of that, the player will still get a base salary. So they'll still get money while they're getting paid, just not the money that they would be getting on the said contract they're negotiating. So most teams or most owners, GMs usually keep this one in the pocket. So I will make a quick example. See who I can use. I'll use, say, Steph Curry. Okay. More notable name. Say Steph, Warriors, trying to come to an agreement for a extension or a new contract. Can't get down to it. So the Warriors say, you know what? Let's put the franchise tag on you. So that means you can't go nowhere. So you can't go to another team. We're still going to pay you. You're just not getting the money that we're trying to negotiate for you. And we'll come back to this basically next season. So you kind of prolong it.
It just delays.
This is where,
yes,
basically. Yeah, there you go. So
and the player has to sign off on it as well. The player has to agree to it.
Yes, if they don't,
so it's almost like a 1 year extension for negotiation purposes.
Basically, that's exactly what it is.
And I was assuming it's not for the minimum. It's not like a minimum salary.
No, they negotiate. Usually, they work out something along that line, but it's usually based off your position. So, say if you're a wide receiver, they have like a set pay grade or like a minimum pay grade that they would pay you as a receiver on a franchise tag, if that makes sense.
And usually, I'm guessing like this franchise tag is used on your best receiver. Or in the case of, let me say, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who are refusing to pay Baker Mayfield, that seems like where you're going. Like, you're going to franchise tag your quarterback who's kept you relevant since Tom Brady left.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But this is the thing, this is what I want to explain from the players' aspect of it. From the players' aspect of it, a lot of players usually don't like to play, and of course, you don't want to play on the franchise tag because not only that, the value, obviously you're not going to get your money. Number two, your value will slightly decrease because you're basically on ice. You know what I'm saying? Like, so let's just say, for instance, you're playing, say you start the first 4 or 5 games, you 100-yard, I'm using receiver stand, like a receiver example. Oh, you come out, first 5 games of the season, you hit over 100 yards. 100 yards, 2 touchdowns, like you killing it. Turns around, you get hurt. Rest of the season, you cooked. That's it. You're gone for the rest of the season. If you're on the franchise tag, most organizations will take that into consideration and say, okay, well, he did play well, but he did get hurt and he stayed hurt for the rest of the year. So now the number we would have given him for true market value, we now can be like, we ain't got to give it to you now. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got to give it to you now. Like, we can give you this now. You know what I mean? Like, to keep you. But it's not going to be the fullest extent of what you want or what you're trying to get. But then also players take into consideration because they look at the market and they see what, say, their fellow, other receiver on another team. Say, I'll use Larry Fitzgerald for now since he's Hall of Fame. Let's just say Larry Fitzgerald. You see Larry just got paid $67 million a year. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you franchise tag me like, that kind of stunts my negotiation tactic a little bit now, because now I can't really go to get that number. And then, like I said, you get hurt, that number changes. But if you play the whole season and you ball out and they don't come to the table, at the end of that year, now you become a free agent.
Because that's one way, like, it could decrease your value, but the organization could be like, okay, we'll just franchise tag you. And then you have like a MVP season. Let's say QB, you have an MVP season. Now it's like, cool. Instead of $100 million over 2 years, I want
like a high risk, high reward thing.
I want 150 now because I just delivered you an MVP season. Now what?
Exactly. So it can work in both, like it could be beneficial for both parties. But I will say this, don't be like Jerry Jones. Because Jerry franchise tags every goddamn body. He don't give a fuck. He franchise tag every motherfucking body. He don't give a fuck. He ain't trying to pay you that money. Hey, look here.
That's why they suck.
Because both from a franchise point of view and a player's point of view, it's like the players betting on themselves and the franchise is kind of betting on the possibility that they can get better. I mean, like obviously if a team drafts a player, it's because you don't draft a player because how good they are right now. You draft a player because how good they can be at their full potential. So when they haven't quite in their first few handful of years, they've been really good, but not quite where you'd hope they would be. Are you going to pay them on the basis that they get better, or you go, all right, we're going to give you 1 year chance to prove yourself, and that player has to go out and prove themselves essentially.
And usually, when in that scenario, when the stars align, it's over for most owners. It's over because now, guess what? It's one of those. Well, since you ain't gonna get it up, somebody else will. And we've been talking with them for quite some time now. You just confirmed it. So now all I'm waiting on is, I believe it's June. No, I'm sorry. I believe it's May or June, or it might be earlier when the new NFL year starts. And basically now all like true off-season shit go down where you can franchise tag and release and waiver people and all that shit. But yeah, it can work out for you because give you a whole year to build tape up, and then obviously the numbers ain't gonna lie. Like if you balling out, hell yeah. So when I come to the table now and I ask for this, you ain't got no choice but to give it to me. Either that or somebody else gonna give it to me.
And in order to be for those players that are sort of like on the cusp of like being a superstar, where they're kind of like, look, I am almost a superstar, give me my money, but the franchise goes, exactly, you're almost a superstar, so we don't want to give you the money.
And that's why,
because obviously if you're a superstar level player, it's kind of just like, no question, max money, here's the contract, sign on the dotted line, please. And then, but like someone who's, a tier below that, but can be that level, it's, you're taking a gamble on yourself, and obviously the franchise is taking a gamble that you don't just walk for nothing either and sign with someone else.
And that's why a lot of them
may offer you more money.
And that's why a lot of teams will usually wait on the 4th or 5th year of most player or most of their draftees. They wait on those years. Like that's to determine whether they want to extend them or release them or franchise tag them. And if they're really good players, and obviously you got to pay everybody, including the person that you potentially have the franchise tag, you know what I'm saying? Because you don't want them to walk out the door. Like, then it's one of those, all right, we want you here. We just got to put you on the franchise tag. Like, and then we'll work this shit out at the end of the year. But, hopefully that has explained it up. So it's one of those, the dumb it down short order. It's like, we love you, but we really don't want to see you go nowhere. So we just gonna keep you here and hope, that the town still give you the nice hospitality, and you'll still get the company car to go up, to the grocery store and ride the private jet to go here and all the facilities. You can do that shit for another year, but you got a decision to make. Either you're gonna take the money we're gonna give you or you're gonna fuck off. That's basically about as straightforward as I can get it to you, man. But that's how the franchise tag works.
The reason I ask, and I'm like, okay, because I've heard it a bunch of times, and I was like, I wonder what that means. And then I've never really cared to learn, because I was like, okay. The reason I ask, because I look at not only the Baker Mayfield thing, I'm like, why would you not pay your quarterback, who's literally kept you relevant post Tom Brady and is one of the better ones in the league?
Yeah, he is.
I'm looking at it from an NBA lens. I'm going, the Jalen Duren thing, where he still hasn't, like, he's eligible for quite an extension with Detroit, and he wants in the range of about $40 million a year. Detroit's like, well, yeah, we C, you were an all-star, you've gotten here, but you didn't quite do it in the playoffs where we really needed you. So we're more in the 35, 38 million a year. And me having nowhere near that kind of salary going, dude, seriously, you're being this dickhead over 2 million a year? Fuck me. And so I'm looking at it going, does this thing with Detroit, would this be a thing transferable to the NBA going, okay, well, franchise, because clearly he is one of their, outside of Cade Cunningham, he's one of their better players, if not the second one option, down low. And I don't see any other big men lining up to go play in Detroit. So it's like, you might have to pay him because you're not going to get another all-star caliber center that's going to come play for you. But it's like, do we franchise tag you to say, hey man, look, we do really want to stay here.
Well, you can apply it. You can apply it to him, but this is where what Ant was saying, where both parties have to agree on it. And if he doesn't want to agree on it, because he, as you say, bitching about $2 million, then now that's where he would have to basically, he kind of got to bet on himself if he wanted to get them $2 million. But if they did hit him with the franchise tag and he did sign it, his best bet would he needs to have a all-star year.
He would have another all-star year
to get that money that he
do
wants,
sort of, you get something sort of similar with like these days in the NBA, we're seeing a lot of more short contracts being handed out. So a player might sign for a 2-year, $100 million deal, second year being a player option. Sorry, $100 million is too much. Let's go $80 million for 2-year, $80 million. And they ball out in that first year, all-star, all-NBA, and now they opt out of that second year and the franchise goes, all right, we're giving you a 4-year, $240 million deal or something like that.
Yeah.
So they've got more time on the contract as well, just by taking that 1 year. But obviously, high risk, high reward. If you don't play good in those 2 years, you're not getting that extra money, and you're probably going to end up with less.
And most teams usually just be like, okay, you don't play on the franchise tag. That's all right. End of the year, your ass is out of here. We ain't paying you. You're out of here.
So it's high risk reward for both player and team when you look at it that way.
I'm just going to say one more thing, just because we could go on and on and on about contracts. I just want to say one more thing to anyone about this. Betting on yourself. Yes, it is high risk. It's high reward. If you really want to deal with this, ask Dennis Schroeder, who turned down 4 years, $80 million from the Lakers and has never seen a contract like that again and has been with I don't know how many teams. And he's always a solid, really great player.
Yeah.
Sometimes when the money's there, I want to say to Jalen Turn, the money is basically there.
Let's get it.
Dude, there's plenty of examples of people betting on themselves and then they're playing for veteran minimums. Just saying.
Lance Stevenson's, that upset me so much when it happened.
It's all
it's kind of funny, but
sounds like ripping some old Band-Aids off.
No, Lance Stevenson's, how good was he in that those playoff runs with the Paul George Pacers and when they went to the conference finals against Miami, and then Indiana made him an offer, restricted free agent, and he said, "No, I'm going to explore the market." And no one offered him more than what Indiana did. Everyone offered him less than what Indiana did. And then basically he can't go back to Indy and go, okay, I'll take that original offer because he already rejected it. It was only Indy that's able to match any new offer. So he ended up signing with the Charlotte Hornets for $8 million less than what Indy offered him. Because he thought he was worth, he wanted max money, but they're like, no, you're not max. No, you're good, but not max.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Won't do that, or you're ended up playing for the vet minimum.
All right, gentlemen. I'm going to run off 5 games, preseason games for the NFL. I just want your pick, and we're going to get up out of here. All right? I know no background, no fair assessment. We're just going to go guns a-blazing. All right? And I want it for the listeners, it's only preseason, okay? I don't even think you can parlay on the preseason game, so chill the fuck out. We just having a little fun here, all right? Now, first game, Detroit Lions, Cincinnati Bengals. Who you picking?
Bengals.
Okay. I'm a very casual NFL follower. Yeah, I'll go with the Lions.
Intriguing. Even though this is preseason, so you might not see no starters. Probably
So it'd be like the rookies and
basically.
like
I
young
forgot
players.
to implement that in.
Yeah.
So I'm still going to go with Detroit.
Bengals,
Still going to go with Detroit.
We'll go with the Bengals.
No, so 2 for the Bengals. Looks like I'm gonna be the odd man out. I'm gonna go with Detroit. We'll talk about that later. We got the Green Bay Packers, Pittsburgh Steelers, which might I add as an old school rivalry game in the kind of origin story of the NFL as well too. But who you got?
I might have to go with the Steelers. I've always liked the Steelers.
Oh, I was about to say the Steelers as well.
Yeah.
Oh, looks like I'm gonna be the odd man out on this one. I'm going with the Packers. I'm gonna go with the Packers. Yeah, Cheesehead Nation. I ain't repping Cheesehead Nation, but that's what it is. Colts. So Indianapolis Colts and the New England Patriots. What you got?
I'm just choosing the Colts because I always pick the Colts against the Patriots when it was Peyton versus Brady. So I just
great game. Great. Those were great games back then too.
I always go Colts as the default.
I'll take the Patriots in that one.
Yeah, I'll probably take the Patriots in that one too. Even though, I don't know, you might see AJ Brown out there with the second, third string. That's all I'm gonna say on that one. Cardinals and the Raiders, West Coast game.
I can't pick Actually, I'm going to pick the Raiders because that's the first NFL game I ever went to was an Oakland Raiders game, and they played Detroit. So I'm just going to pick the Raiders because that's when they were still Oakland.
Yes.
And the Raiders fans were nothing but welcoming. So I always have a soft spot for the Raiders.
Who's the other team?
Arizona Cardinals. No.
I forgot already.
Arizona Cardinals.
Let's go with the Raiders.
Which, might I add, they just lost the Hall of Fame game. So just keep that in mind with your pick. But
I'll go with the Raiders.
Yeah, I think this will be a triple threat. So yeah, go with the Raiders on this one. And the last game, Chargers. So the Los Angeles Chargers and the Houston Texans.
Chargers. Give me the Chargers.
I'm just going to go with the Texans because I like Houston and LA is stupid.
Yeah.
Well put. Well put. I'll probably go with the Chargers because I don't like the Texans because they're in my team's division. So no, we don't fuck with Houston. And I got some friends who fuck with the Texans. So it's it's no love lost there. Love y'all when y'all not playing my team. But yeah, we can't stand you. Plus, y'all a team to beat this year. But we'll get into those conversations leading up into the NFL season because there's a lot to cover. A lot of news. Will the band in Kansas City get back together? Tyreek come back. Yeah. Kelsey running back for one more year. Patrick. Yeah. Will Aaron Donald come back and play? And then the Rams have the two most destructive defensive entities that have ever graced the field playing at the same time. It's a lot of different shit, man. We'll get into that. But thank y'all for tuning in as always. If you liked and enjoyed our conversations and we touching on different stuff, man, please like and subscribe as always. We appreciate it, man. We're trying to build this thing up. we want to be at the Super Bowl next year. So help us get to the Super Bowl next year. You know what I'm saying? Like, keep it 100, man. We're trying to, hey, man, we want to go to the Super Bowl, man. That'd be great. So, but anything else before we get up out of here? Because I think we've had to do a little bit of catching up.
Yeah.
So,
I think we got it all. We covered quite a lot.
Yeah.
So,
an extended episode, this one.
We'll just come back for the results of come back for the results of those games.
Getting back a little something extra since we left y'all waiting last week. You know what I'm saying? So we apologize for that, but we back on it. So just know 5th quarter still rolling. But anyway, we love y'all. Appreciate y'all, man. We'll talk to y'all on the up and up.